Welcome to another episode of the No Offense Podcast. Hey, we got a very special treat for you guys, for everybody that's tuning in today. We got the legendary Tela reigning up out of Memphis on the platform today. So I want to go ahead and thank everybody that's tuning in from east to west, down south, midwest, wherever you at, overseas, Canada, Spain, Denmark, it don't matter. If you listening to this on Apple Podcasts, be sure to hit the 5-star rating and leave a good review. So let's go ahead and jump into this interview.
Let's go. Hot shit.
My grandmama laced me, my grandmama raised me in the middle of the rain, threw a main from a baby, it was all gravy. Coming up when I was young, when everything was shady, you shine like the sun. Who is the nigga in the beam with them things? Who is the nigga that leans on your brain? Who is the nigga with the quality ice on? Hollering out, fuck the price. Who motivates a bitch to suck a dick? Shit, me. More pad her ass to the crib like a spree. It started back with me and T. Drapper. Fuck a caper, cause we already got paper games.
What up, though? This your boy DOC, and we got a very special guest on the platform today. Actually, a legend reigning up out of Memphis. He goes by the name of Tela. How you doing today, sir?
Doc, what's good, brother? How you doing, man? I'm great on this end, man. I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. I can't complain at all, man. For real. Every day that I get the opportunity to wake up and knock out some new goals, I'm super appreciative.
Excellent. That's what we doing. We keep rolling, man, you know. That's what we do. We get up another day to be better. Hopefully that's, right. You know, that's the collective consciousness of the group here. To get up and do better shit day by day, man. One day at a time. Making it better. Right. That's super real. It took me a while to get to that space mentally to look at life that way, so I wouldn't be wasting time. You know how days can turn into weeks can turn into months, and so on and so forth, you know. So it took a little while for me to get to that point, but I'm there, trying to get there. Hey, man, but you know, that's for all of us, because even in that time where you would think that, or because not you per se, but I'm speaking for myself as well, when you think you're being stagnant, you know, it's even a lesson in that, you know, strangely. But I know that feeling of like, man, I'm wasting time. I could get more done. You know, that part come with going through those times of not covering as much ground. However, it was a lesson and a learning going on, you know, to observe that, to, you know, put that observation there. So, man, you know, let's not beat ourselves up about that. And like you say, each day, man, you know, that's what it's about, growth. You know, you couldn't say if we was equipped with that, then what fun would it be off top if you had all the, you know, the skill set. You know, if it ain't, you know, you just came in. But the growth, man, I'm loving that too as well.
That's real. Well, I'm definitely glad to get the opportunity to do an interview with you and sit down and chop it up with you. On my platform, what I like to do, I like to get everybody's full story, to get the opportunity to see what trials and tribulations, and not even from a negative connotation, but their trials and tribulations that they went through prior to rap, during the rap game, that have made them who they are today. But before we get into all that, I wanted to give you the opportunity to have the floor to let everybody know what you got going on, especially with your resurgence coming back into the game, you know, where they can find you at, and ultimately just what's going on with you.
All right, so for those that, you know, we need to get them followers up, and I'm saying this in a cool way, not in a, you know, in a you know, a desperate way, but a cool way. Get them followers up, man, at all social media platforms. Tela Official. And I'm saying that because how we moving, and in order to stay in line with what's dropping, when it's coming and all that, man, you know, you're going to have to be plugged in on them Tela Officials. Tela Official at IG, Tela Official at Facebook, Twitter, And that's because, once again, we're doing this independently, you know, and how we move in, you know, it's a structure there, but at the same time too, we get to decide if we want to move the calendar up, if we want to, you know, instead of waiting on this date, we're going to take it to this date. So plug in like that through all the Tela official platforms, man. IG, Tela official. Twitter, Tela official. Facebook, Tela official. Yeah. And and what we working on? So we working on a collective body of things, man. I'm doing music. Doing music with Jazze, with Elvis, with Drummer Boy. Reason of that too is because I wanted to really capture Memphis with a collective group of producers, even, you know, such as myself, because I chime in a whole lot when it comes to that production, to where we can really capture the energy of that sound we grew up in, and bring it, you know, up to days sonically, so it can be competitive. And when I mean competitive, it's not, you know, I'm not competing, but I definitely understand that, you know, it needs to be up to, you know, sonically, to where people can ear translate. So bringing it to that happy place, man. So I had to go with those guys that really understand what it is that I'm trying to do here. And we, you know, we did crunk up a few of them, and so far it's good. You know, so far so good. And that's, once again, that's the beauty of being independent with this thing. Because if the vibe is not, excuse me, where it need to be, man, you know, we'll even switch it out to do something, you know, totally different, and to give you that concept sound. Right. So it's got to be, you know, that's what it's got to be. That's kind of like where we left off in everybody's mind. Of course, I had I came out the Peace of Mind, Now or Never. Then we did World Late Enough. Then we did Double Dose. And then I threw out Gators and Soup. However, the core audience, man, they stuck on Peace of Mind. And I get it. Because Peace of Mind was and is, it's like I said, it's a classic and it's a concept. It's a concept sound. If you notice, I didn't steer outside of the producers that they were all right there. You know, I didn't go soliciting for beats or anything like that. That was organic, how we cooked it up. You know, outside of the T-Mix track. T-Mix is the only person on that album that I didn't really get intimate with, you know. And when I say intimate, I ain't got to put a pause on it. Y'all know what it is. It ain't like no homosexual, which nothing towards gay, but I'm saying intimate in a music way. You feel me? Where if you are in there with your engineer producers, you know what I'm talking about. And me and Mix didn't do that, but everybody else on that album, that's what that was. That's why the sound is the way it is. You know? So that's what this project has to be. It has to be that. And that could be lying into the hiatus, what people will say, where you been, you know, a little bit of that, you know. When you do decide to make your way independently, you know, you foot in the bill. And with that being said, you know, man, it's like, to do it right, it still costs what it costs. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got to put the ones and twos together. I wasn't going to sell it short, to sell the people short. Now, it's not an excuse for me not being active. You know, let's get that clear. I think, you know, Doc, and let's just open up and let's get real, man. If you want to know clearly what added to And man, this is coming to me now. What added to not releasing certain things, and even now, man, a fear of failure. You know, now I didn't want to sign up for that shit and believe in that, but I mean, maybe I need to face the truth. You know, because what I found out, the worst thing to do is to stop. You don't necessarily have to, you know, it's still ways of doing projects and not having the big budgets.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, but what tends to happen, they won't have a certain success, and then you feel like you failed. And that'll put you in a fearful place of not doing shit. But that shouldn't be an excuse. You don't do, because what that tends to do is you get ring rust. You know, that's what I'm, you know, even dealing with in certain areas where I know I will be way more further advanced, and I got a little ring rust. But the beauty about me is a gift is there. A gift has been given, right? So I'm just able to, I can just do it. It's amazing to me. It's like, you know, to the degrees of where, like, man, that's something I found on this existence, that I got it like that, right? But I ain't got it like that. You feel me? So you shouldn't stop. You shouldn't stop. So that, you know, maybe a listener, I at this point, I'm loving it, and trust me, believing it. If it's just one, if it's one person, one listener that get that, you know, job done, we hit the target. You know, don't stop. Keep practicing, keep shooting, keep moving. Do not stop. All that other stuff that you know, line up to make you stop, it's a distraction. I see people do it now. I mean, in all genres. You can go to, like, what was that thing like with, I think, if I could recall, man, that was Monique. Some comedians talking about they ain't gonna do no shit because Netflix ain't giving them a certain type of budget, you know, to do that shit. Monique. Yeah. See, what they do though, you ain't doing your craft. You kind of, you know what I'm saying? Because you waiting on that check. And now you got paralysis of the check. And man, what tend to happen, it'll knock you off your square. It'll knock you out your position.
So you got to keep sharpening your craft.
You got to. I don't care who you are. So, you know, it's difficult for somebody to be, you know, full on arena with the $450,000 production, and then go back to playing, you know, let's call it like a hole in the wall, you know, juke joint, whatever you want to call it. If they, you know, they still exist now, because I have to go to them. Just because we see them clubs on Instagram with all them lights and all that shiny stuff. No, it's still some clubs right in people's backyards, right? Yeah. So what it tend to happen is you don't know how to deal with that. You don't know how to, you know, go and function in that, because no production ain't here, ain't no real check here, da 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 da. And then, okay, now you just, you know, crippled yourself. So it's important to keep, you know, just keep doing it in all types of weather.
Right, I can see that. I wonder, for like a lack of better terms, could it cause like a insecurity or some of that nature, where the person, you know, after being on that large of a stage and having to do quote unquote chitlin circuits and stuff like that, can that build an insecurity inside of an artist or inside of yourself as an artist?
Well, yeah, it can build the insecurity because of the fact that, man, now that you got so many people a part of your team and doing XYZs, and those people that are there, they're there to buffer you too, and to yes man you or yes woman you, right? So now that they, you know, now you're in that space, shit changes. You don't know how to function with them not being there. without telling you that, no, it's gonna work. Now you the shit. Now whatever you do, you know they own you. Cause you lose, it gets distorted, man, when you getting it like that. It'll get distorted. You'll think that shit real. You think all that hype and what they telling you and how they feeding you, you'll think it's real. You'll think you the only one that's like that. Like, you know, ain't nobody, you know, fly to me, ain't nobody drip, salt, whatever. You know, you'll start believing in that. You'll believe that, man. So wrong with, you know, celebrating when you reach that point. You know what I'm saying? It's good to embrace all that. You work hard for that. You deserve that. You are royalty. You do, you know what I'm saying? But the thing of it is, don't get lost by that. You're that without that.